Wow, that was a great start to the episode. Hello everyone, my name is Pixlriffs. Welcome back to Decidedly Vanilla. Gosh, very sneezy today. It is a rainy day outside where I live, but it is always sunny on the 5th choice server where Decidedly Vanilla takes place. And today I've been repairing my armor because I've been doing a lot of very dangerous work. More on that later, but I just tried to repair my helmet, which has a decent amount of enchantments on it. It's pretty much the best you can get from a helmet. 35 levels to repair it to, well, 34 to repair it to, like, almost full durability. And then 35 to take it that little bit further. Because helmets are expensive, you guys. Anyway, I've repaired this one a couple of times, so obviously it is getting a little bit towards the end of its operational life. I say it's always sunny on the 5th choice server. It's just gone nighttime. So perhaps not quite as true as I intended that sentence to be. But today I'm going to head over to Jefferson's quad cave spider spawner farm. Yes, he has a quad cave spider spawner. He managed to find 4 cave spider spawners in an abandoned mine shaft in close enough proximity that he could farm all of them. The man is a boss. If you don't know who Jefferson is at this point, you should be paying attention. I will link his channel on the screen right now. He has been on a bit of a hiatus from the 5th choice server, but he is back now and he has done work. You should see it. You should see it. I'm going over there now. I'm probably going to take the boat path around here. I've also been farming sheep, by the way, which is why all of the sheep in here, well, I say all of them, most of them are black sheep right now. I've been gathering a lot of black wool for secret projects. Don't tell anyone. And don't tell anyone. I love saying stuff like that. It's like, everyone watches your videos. They already know. So the spider spawner is around here somewhere. You're supposed to take a boat down the river, but I don't have a boat or any wood with me, and I can't be bothered to use a boat. So I'm just going to wander my way over here. In fact, I might put my boots back on, because then at least I will have depth strider, so I can actually travel down there. There we go. There's a bit of speed on the river for you. So I'm going to make my way over to Jeff's base just to show you guys around, and then we will come back to, I believe here is where the cave spider spawner is, which is why it's so well lit. So we'll be back here in a second. And here it is coming into view right now, Jefferson Tower, and this is absolutely beautiful. I've been meaning to come over here on camera and show you guys for a while if you're not familiar with Jefferson's series, but he has built this fantastic, almost like utopian looking tower out of stained glass, and it's tall and it's beautiful. He likes his prismarine. He likes kind of the blue and orange combination. He built a lot with acacia on the last server. He's building a lot with blue glass and stuff and orange glass here, and this place is absolutely great. I'm sure he won't mind me giving you a tour because if I had a place like this, I would want people to come to it on camera all the time. But yeah, he's just got this fantastic structure. It's symmetrical and everything, and he's got his dogs here. He's got all of this storage and stuff. This is a man after my own heart. He likes his organised storage. I know how he feels. And right over here, and yeah, he's got like a boat dock that he's been building in his latest episode, which is really, really cool. This build over here, he's got a little bakery. He's got a cow farm up there, which I've actually been to a couple of times, and yeah, I thought he'd have a villager in there. The emerald block kind of gave it away. Nice one, Jeff. I assume that's either a zombie villager who's been curing, or you just don't want the villager to die, or both, presumably. What does it say? Jefferson's Tower. Oh, yeah. I feel like you should make the signage a little bit larger than just a tiny sign over here, but everyone knows this is Jeff's tower anyway, so I don't think you really need any signage. But yeah, awesome, awesome stuff from Jeff. Go and check out his series if you can. I can't wait to see what else he's going to do with it. So this, if I'm right, is the way down to the cave spider spawner. And obviously there's a few caves around here and stuff, but it opens out into the abandoned mine shaft. And the man has been doing so much work to get this fixed up, and it's absolutely brilliant. He's got a nether portal in here, so you've got easy access from the nether, and he recently set it up so there's actually a timer for the crush mechanism. Now, you can AFK up here, but I'm pretty sure the spiders will be, they'll be starting to spawn already, and I think this area here is where you can actually AFK and all of the spawners will be running at once. You've got one in there, you've got one in there, two pretty much right next to each other in there, and you can see them spawning already. And this thing does work. I'm going to turn my mob sounds down because this thing puts out spiders at ridiculous rates, which is super cool. And then all you have to do is come down here. They're all accumulating in this spot over here, and of course cave spiders are pretty dangerous, so you don't want them to touch you. He's done a really good job of putting them in a space that is a little bit safe. So you pull the lever, that activates that piston, even though the occasional spider will get through, and then you get up there. Thank you. And then you press this button, and it crushes them for exactly the right length of time for them all to be... I think that one only died because I punched it. And then you do a splash potion of harming. Up here you step back a little bit so it doesn't affect you so much. All of the spiders die, drop all their XP, and some of the drops go into a hopper. Some of them end up in here. He's got a Bane of Arthropods sword here even. This thing is an XP machine. So I'm going to hang out here, try and get my 35 levels that I need to fully repair my iron helmet, and I'll be back with you guys later. So there we go, folks, 35 levels, and bam, helmet restored and 0 levels left. Thank you so much for that, Jeff. That farm is beyond awesome. So today I'm going to show you guys the other stuff I've been doing off camera whilst we've been making other videos this week. And the sun is high in the sky, which is good for now, although I kind of want it to go down so I can demonstrate this a little bit better. But up here, atop this mighty hill behind my house, I really should have installed some kind of staircase or something, we have a secret project I've been working on. It's perhaps not so secret for people who were at the last live stream, because I made one of these on the stream kind of down... Where is it? Down there. On that hilltop, you can kind of see the remains of it where that X of dirt is. X does not mark the spot. There is no buried treasure, sadly, but I made a record farm over there and decided to remake it over here because over there was a terrible spot for it. There was not enough hill around there that you could like safely attract a creeper and a skeleton into the same place. So I thought this was a little bit better, and the area over here is a little bit secluded, a little bit less well lit, unlike the rest of Freehaven, which is grid torches. And I captured myself a skeleton, and I did the standard kind of farm. If you're not familiar with how record farms work, by the way, you get a skeleton to shoot a creeper with a bow, and if the creeper dies, it drops a music disc. And that is something you can basically set up to happen very, very easily using stuff like this. All you have to do is lure a skeleton onto this spot over here, a creeper onto this spot over here, and I'll walk into it to demonstrate. The pressure plate activates sticky pistons down here, which push up the blocks. I've used stairs. And then because this is a tall gap, the creeper can't hop out over the stairs, which means they can just sit in there and wait to be picked off by the skeleton. Now, to improve the design of that ever so slightly, I've trapped a skeleton in here, and you might have noticed, why hasn't this guy despawned? You're the only one on the server, and you haven't been anywhere near this place. It's because I name tagged him. He is Pixlriffs, and he is the latest addition to the Pixl family, along with Pixlriffs and various other creatures on my other servers, and I've set this up so that a sticky piston pushes that glass down over the top of him, so you'll notice he's tracking me, but he can't fire. And if you lure a creeper into this spot over here, just open that up, and then stand in this little spot here, he'll fire at the creeper repeatedly, and the reason I dug this hole there is so that he didn't misfire and hit this wood block up here. But if you lure a creeper into this spot, just deactivate the lever, AFK, or not AFK, because it's dark and you don't want to be snuck up on by other mobs, especially creepers. I've repaired creeper holes around this area so many times from when I was setting this up. But yeah, all you got to do is sit in that spot, wait for the creeper to be shot by the skeleton. He drops a music disc, and I've been farming records from this because I want to open a music disc shop somewhere in Freehaven today. And I'm not exactly sure where, so whilst we wait for dark and the practical demonstration, I will scope out the area for premises. Now, I'm thinking, I've done a lot of my building over in this side of town, right? I've done the house over here, obviously. I've done my design company. I've done the Hot Pot Bistro. I kind of want to tuck my record shop into the hill over here, so it's kind of a little bit out of the way, but I'm worried about how that's going to interfere with my basement. I'm not entirely sure of the dimensions of my basement inside of there, and I don't really want to go mining around to find out in case I break something. So I'm thinking it's either going to be like a little standalone booth around here somewhere, or I was thinking about placing it somewhere along here. Now, we've got the chicken cooker, we've got the slime farm, but the slime farm goes down. Beers is over here. I'm kind of thinking maybe opposite Beers? I don't know. I don't know how Kane will feel about that, but I don't think he has any direct plans for the area around here. I don't think he's got any real builds planned, and he's got so many other projects to work on. He's got a blacksmith that he's building outside the main gate. He's still, I think, finishing up the slime farm, although the exterior is looking quite nice at the last count. It's looking pretty good. And Clandle Corner I don't even want to touch, because Clandlewood is building all of his stuff over here, and although that is kind of it could be a traffic area, I guess, because people are coming out here to go to Monument Hunt and the Distraction Booth and presumably the Scrubs game, although no one's really played that yet on camera. I haven't played it because I am generally not sure if people will get the joke because it spawned from, all right, I'll do it now, may as well while we're waiting for the sun to go down. When me and Kane and Clandlewood went to go and get horses, Kane started singing. I can't remember what he was even singing at the time, but he was singing the theme song to something. I think it might have been like Knight Rider or something like that, only using the word Scrubs. It's one of those things like, you know, when you're just hanging out with some guys and you're just joking around about stuff, and stuff just kind of happens naturally during the conversation that you're like, this would make absolutely no sense out of context, right? It was one of those, except Clandlewood has made a game out of it. So let's read the rules real quick, because we may as well. At the end of the room, there are 5 dispensers with 9 bits of paper inside them. Take it in turns to randomly select a dispenser and press the button. The bits of paper each have the name theme tune on them. You have to sing that theme tune only using the word Scrubs. The other person / people have to guess it for 2 or more players. Okay, so maybe we won't do it on camera today, because, yeah, we should probably get some more people in. If the player singing does not know the theme tune, they may have a quick Google. Unfortunately, because I'm British, the game has a highly British slant to it. Yes, because he doesn't know the theme tunes to a lot of American shows, like Law and Order. He'd probably have no idea. That kind of thing. So, yeah, we'll have to get a collab episode going with that, because there's no point in me doing it on camera, because you guys will see the piece of paper, so you'll all know what it was. Unless, maybe I'll just blank it out in the edit. Maybe I will do that, and then you guys can guess in the comments what it's going to be. Okay, how about that? We'll do it that way. So, we'll pick 1, 2, 3, 4, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This one. Okay, this is going to be really, really weird. You ready? Okay, remember, British show, all right? I'm not going to give you any other clues other than British show. The Scrubs, 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 Scrubs, the Scrubs, Scrubs, the Scrubs, Scrubs, the Scrubs, Scrubs, the Scrubs. That's all you're getting. Okay, enjoy that one. So that wasted all of about 2 minutes, and hopefully the sun should be going down so I can demonstrate the record farm to you guys. But in the meantime, I will show you the stock, because I've actually been doing this off camera for most of, well, not most of yesterday, but a decent portion of yesterday. Pixlriffs, get back in the house. You've already got out once or twice already. I feel bad. I feel like I'm mistreating this pig somehow. Maybe we need to go and take him for a walk at some point. But one time he got out through the doors. I think it was on the stream. He got out through the doors, and I just couldn't get him back in. So he only goes in and out of the doors when he absolutely wants to, which is more often than not these days. Don't open silly chest. Right, this is my stock, right? I've been doing pretty well. I had 4 copies of Cat and 2 copies of 13 from Dungeons. The rest of these records are ones I've farmed, and I only have 1 copy of Blocks. So I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to run out of that one quite easily, because that's quite a nice record. I like that one. The sun is going down, and so yeah, I'm going to sell jukeboxes for the price of 1 diamond, but because it takes 1 diamond to make one, and wood is basically free, so people are getting a jukebox for the price it would cost them to make a jukebox, but I want to sell one alongside a music disc, right? Just so people have the apparatus to actually play the music discs that they're buying. And then I'm going to sell the records for maybe 2 or 3 gold ingots, something like that, depending on the rarity of the record. I think for Cat and 13 I'm probably only going to charge them 1 gold, because that seems reasonable for something that you can acquire by means other than farming them in a record farm, because they're more common, I suppose, from dungeons and stuff than they are than the rest of them are, because the rest of them you can only get from doing things this way. There's also a giant cave down here, which I kind of need to avoid every time I walk up here. I should maybe fill it in, but then I think it's only going to be a problem. And I guess because I'm over here, stuff is not spawning in this area, so I need to kind of run back and forth a little bit to make sure the creepers spawn. But yeah, hopefully we should be able to attract some customers. Aha! There's one, and there's a skeleton and a couple of spiders over there, but this creeper seems to be the only one around. So, step right up, Johnny Creeper. Oh, hello. Hi. Didn't see you there. I was in the middle of my Price is Right Price is Right impression, and all of a sudden, skeletons. Come on, you. Yeah, so we just got to lure him over this spot over here, which is actually easier to do than it sounds recently, because if you kind of get them coming up at an angle like that, you just got to stand on the other side. He gets into there, you'll notice he is pretty much trapped in there right now because he's standing on the pressure plate. We pop down into this hole, activate the lever, skeleton turns around because he sees us, creeper starts to die, right? And then you can look around behind you just to make sure that nobody is going to sneak up on you, because yes, creeper's going to creep. That is the way of this game. But a couple more hits and he should be down. Hopefully he'll drop another copy of blocks. What do we got? We got 13. Okay, not to worry. I could use a couple of more copies of that. Well done, Pixlriffs. You have fulfilled your duties for the evening. Yeah, I can get 4 or 5 creepers killed in a night that way, and it's not bad, right? There are definitely better record farm designs out there, but I'm pretty confident that that has done the job so far. I mean, look at my record stock. It's fair enough. So I'm going to use my back entrance, which I've been using a ton more since I've set up the record farm, and yeah, this is the stock so far. We're going to be working on the record farm design now. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with it, so I'm going to pop off camera. Pixlriffs, get back in the house. I'm worried that I'm going to push him out the door if I do that. Hang on. Let me get a carrot. Let me get a carrot for the piggy, and then hopefully he will not desert me in my hour of need. Hey, there you go. Good boy. Good boy. Stay in the house and look after the place. He's a clean pig. He's not leaving mud tracks everywhere, so that's nice. Right, I will get to work on finding a premises and setting up the record shop, and we'll be right back. So now I've got the premises together, and you guys will see that in a minute. I figure it is time to make some jukeboxes, and there's going to be a listening station in there so that people can listen to the records if they want to, and make their choice before they make their purchase. But obviously I'm going to be selling jukeboxes in there, so I have this stash of not really diamonds which Bam gave me a while ago, so I'm going to make some actual jukeboxes with those. And then I reckon what we can do is when we come over here we can listen to each of them just for a little bit and price them up. I've already given prices to 3 of them, which are 13 and Cat, which I already decided I was going to sell for 1 gold, and 11, which is not the most pleasant record, so I don't think many people will want to buy it. So I'm selling that for the low price of 3 iron, which I think is a steal, but the record is kind of creepy. So the next thing to do is to name all of these, and I'm going to make myself a new anvil because the anvil in my basement is kind of wearing out, so it kind of makes sense that we would need another anvil pretty soon. So let's craft one of those over here. I love building near Clandle corner, because he always has crafting tables in his doorways and stuff. So yeah, by the way, this is the record store. I completely forgot to actually show you what it was like, but yeah, this is the record store. I kind of went with this color scheme because note blocks and hardened clay look really nice together. Jungle wood obviously has the same kind of tone to the wood, but I wanted to make the inside look a little bit more modern, like a branch of a modern record store like HMV or something. I don't know what the American equivalent is, unfortunately, but yeah, like a little record store. It's got some kind of cool colours in the floor. It's got this stone brick kind of thing, and good record stores always have like a listening station where you can either put a vinyl record on a turntable and have a listen to it, especially if you're a DJ and you want to include it in one of your mixes, or if you're just listening to digital music on one of those kind of headphone stations. Anyway, let's listen to some records and let's give them some prices. I think this one is the kind of, yeah, it's the groovy jazz one with the flute solo. Okay, it's got a good vibe to it. What do we reckon? Like 3-4 gold? Maybe 5. Maybe 5. This is a classy record. I'm thinking maybe 5 gold. Okay, so 5 gold for Stahl. I do love working with music on in the background. It kind of gives the place a good vibe. Stahl. 5 gold. And this one was a trap chest, wasn't it? Yes, good, okay. Welcome to Jazz Club. Okay, next up, let's have a listen to Strad. Sorry to cut that one short. This one's got a good vibe to it as well. I like it. It's very pretty. I reckon 5 gold is a pretty good price for that one as well. Okay folks, we are just about finished up here. Let's switch off that record, and that is the last one I have to stock up here. I do have a few more records over in my basement that I need to bring over to complete the stock of records, but we've got prices on all of these chests now, and I might come through with a label maker. I need to put some signs up on here so people know which each one of these is, but I kind of like them having blank chests and you having to kind of open them up to find out what each one is, that kind of thing. So maybe I'll leave it like this, who knows. But they've all got prices now. The jukeboxes over here are 1 diamond, and all of the discs have their prices on their individual chests, which you can do by renaming them in an anvil. I didn't really mention that before, but yeah, if you do that, then the name chest gets changed to whatever it is you named it in the anvil. So I'm kind of happy with that. I like that a lot. And this is Pixl Records. It is now open, so anybody who wants to come along with their gold, there's an ender chest here if you want to bring your gold out, and I will grab some now because I need to pay bRanN for the rabbits. So I think I owe him 16 gold. But just as an example, if you want to turn up, you kind of think, oh, I'll listen to Mellow High. That sounds like an interesting record. Put it on, you're like, yeah, I love the smooth kind of waltzy groove to that one. You take it out, you think, yeah, I'll take that one home with me. You leave 3 gold in the chest, you move on. That's how it works, basically. That's how I want this place to operate, and I'll come around and collect the gold if anybody feels like buying a record. So that is it for now, except for to pay bRanN for the rabbits he delivered, because if we head down to the kitchen of the hot pot, which I won't do now, but he's done it in his video, you will see he has left 32 rabbits in the chest. So I owe him 16 gold as promised, and I want to pay up because in the very same video he kind of stole Clandlewood's lapis, so I don't want any of my lapis to go missing as a result. And you know, he was taking payment for what he thought was a fair trade. So 16 gold in the chest for you, Mr. bRanN. Thank you very much for your services. I may be requiring them in future, depending on how well the hotpot does. A lot of people have kind of been confused by the way it works, though, because I haven't really put in a system for anybody to just come in, pick up food and pay. Like, the idea that it's supposed to be a staffed restaurant kind of relies on there being more people on the server than just me or just whoever's making the video at the time. So maybe I will have to revise the way this works. Maybe we'll work out some kind of clever redstone system where they can order food and it just pops up in the dumbwaiter. I don't know. I'll figure out something like that another time. But for now, this has been Decidedly Vanilla on the 5th Choice server, and my name has been Pixlriffs. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you want to see more videos from Minecraft, there's tutorials, snapshot videos and other fun stuff, and I will see you guys soon. Bye for now. And in today's tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a typewriter. That's right, a typewriter. 100% survival, vanilla Minecraft, beautiful aesthetic detail, really, really easy to build.